Okay, I've showed you how to control your flash. I've showed you how to create bigger light. I've showed you a lot of things. I've gave you a lot of reasons why you should use flash. There's one thing I haven't showed you how to do, and how to determine what power to put your flash on. And that's when I've created this chart. I was teaching flash photography, and I was showing people how to control it and how to create great light. And the students would come up to me and ask me, you know what, that's fine and Danny, Scott, but I have no idea where to start with my flash power. I'm going to go out in a situation, I don't know, And you know what I used to tell them? I used to say, if you go out and practice it a lot, you'll figure it out. That wasn't a very good answer. So I spent 2 months researching all the flashes and coming up with this chart. Literally, this chart is in hundreds of thousands of photographers around the world. I haven't had one photographer tell me that it's wrong and it doesn't work. So I have extreme confidence if you follow this chart and I show you how to use this chart, you can get the perfect exposure using flash in a standard manual flash in one shot. Okay? And so let's go over that. Let's bring up this chart and let's say we want to take a picture at f5.6 at ISO 100. Now, if you look at this chart, do you see any place where it has shutter speed on it? No. Why? Shutter speed is not controlled by your flash. Okay? So that's why I don't need to put shutter speed on this. Your shutter speed controls the ambient light, but it doesn't control your flash, so I don't need to put it on there. All you have to be concerned with when shooting in this standard flash mode is that it's 1/200th of a second or lower. So what I do is I usually set my shutter speed to 1/160th of a second below 1/200th of a second, because there may be times, even if you're at 1/200th of a second, you're going to see that line on your frame. It's like a shadow line, meaning you're not in sync with your flash system. So just to be safe, stay at 1/160th of a second or lower. We are shooting at f5.6 at ISO 100, and we're keeping our shutter at below 1/200th of a second. Well, let's just say 100th of a second. So when we take this picture, our subject is dark or a little bit underexposed. If I take a picture in this setup at 5.6 ISO 100 at shutter speed 100, say, and my photo's overexposed, when I add more light, it's going to be even more overexposed. So you have to, whatever camera setting that you set at in manual, you have to make sure that your photo is not overexposed, whatever that setting is. And as long as you do that, this chart works. But if you have your camera setting and you take a picture and your light is all overexposed, this system won't work. Okay? So that's the important thing to remember. But anyways, let's pretend our camera settings are f5.6, ISO 100 at 100th of a second. What do we put our flash on, and how far do we put it from our subject to get the perfect shot? Now, according to my chart, ISO 100 and f5.6, it says 1/8 power. I put my flash on 1/8 power, and this chart is all figured out at around 6 feet away. If I put my flash 6 feet away from my subject at 1/8 power, you're gonna get a perfect exposure. Now, Every flash is a little bit different. Some are more powerful than others. And once you start going out and understanding, because sometimes I know, well, my flashes work at a little bit closer than 6 feet, or my flash is a little bit stronger and it's a little bit farther away. But in general, this is going to give you the right exposure. Now, you may be distance challenged. If I say 6 feet to you, goes like, I have no idea what 6 feet is. Everybody knows how tall they are. So if you stretch out your arms, that's generally your height. And so there you can figure. So I'm 5'7". So I stretch out my hands. So here's my subject. Here's going to be my flash. I go up, I do it about the stretch of my arms, and a little bit further will give you 6 feet. Okay, so 5 inches on top of 5'7" gives me 6 feet exactly. But in general, as long as you're within that range, you're going to get a pretty good exposure. I guarantee it. Just go out and practice it. That's how you figure out your flash exposure. You just look at your f-stop, you look at your ISO, and you know that flash exposure. I recommend, now if you notice these f-stops, you're going to see full power. Full power is at what? f16 ISO 100. That's basically the Sunny 16 rule, right? What's the Sunny 16 rule? Well, when you go out and you see bright light and no clouds and the sun is out, you set your camera to f16, and then your ISO to 100 and your shutter 100, and you'll get the perfect exposure, right? And that's what a standard flash does. At full power, it gives you f16, ISO 100 at about 6 feet away. That's why I know the standard flash is to match the light of a sun at Sunny 16 at about 6 feet away. That's its maximum. Now, you may ask me, but what happens if you want to diffuse your light? Uh-oh, you're losing a lot of light, right? And so let's go to this next slide. And that's why you have to understand the inverse square law. Because what the inverse square law says, if you half the distance, if your light source is 1/2 the distance to your subject, you will gain 2 stops. You will make it 4 times as powerful by simply moving the light half the distance. So, let's say you are shooting in Sunny 16 territory. So you're in bright light, okay? And your camera, and you want to expose that sky perfectly. You want that beautiful blue sky in a bright light situation. You're setting your camera to f16. You're setting your ISO equal to your shutter speed, which is at 100th of a second. Okay, now you're going to get your flash ready. And you notice, oh, well, there's some dark shadows over your subject because the sun is behind, maybe the sun is behind your subject and it's kind of dark. I need to fill it in with flash. I need to match the power of the background light that the sun is shining on the sky, the same strength as on my subject, because I want to see both. I want to see the sky and I want to see my subject. So you look at your chart and you go, oh my gosh, I got to put this on full power at 6 feet away. I'm putting an umbrella on it and I'm losing 2 stops of light. Do I have enough power? Well, if you understand the inverse square law, instead of putting your light 6 feet away, if you could half that distance, what's half the distance of 6 feet? 3 feet. If you put it now at 3 feet, you just gain 2 stops of light. So you can use your umbrella. And what did I say about the magic distance and the magic formula for portrait light? It's 3 feet away from your subject with an umbrella. Okay, so just remember, to gain more power, even though you're using a flash that's underpowered, you can move that light closer to your subject and drastically increase that light. Now, let's go even further. If you half that distance again, you're going to gain another 2 stops. So therefore, if you get it too close, even at the sunny 16, it's going to overexpose your subject. And that's how powerful distance works with your flash. And you have to understand that concept. And so in the beginning, it might be a little bit difficult, but just understand when you half that distance, you're gaining 2 stops. And when you put the umbrella over it, you're losing 2 stops, so it's a wash. And you can see that, let's look at this next slide here. And this illustrates this example where I have the same flash chart. It works exactly the same with an umbrella, but you simply have to be at 3 feet instead of 6 feet. And that chart works exactly the same. You may be thinking, well, sometimes having that umbrella 3 foot next to my subject won't work, because what happens if I'm shooting a whole family? If I put it 3 feet, it's going to be in the frame. That's why people buy more powerful flashes. That's why people group flashes together to give you enough strength. So what you can do is always put 2 together. Sometimes people put 4 together. Or you can buy these new hybrid flashes, which I own. And the hybrid flash, which is just a little bit bigger than the standard flash, has the power of 2 to 3 of the standard flashes. And that's why that's the #1 selling flash in America right now, is because people want to use diffusers outdoors, but they still need a lot of juice to do that. And so now you can understand why flash is so difficult, because maybe some of you tried using a flash and diffusing it and putting it 6 feet away, and you're in a sunny environment. You simply just don't have enough power, and you didn't realize that. So that's why it's really important to understand the strength of your flash and its limitations before you start using it. So what we're going to do now is we're actually going to test this chart out, and we're going to do a video of us using this chart, setting the aperture, setting the flash power, controlling it by distance, controlling it by f-stop, putting an umbrella in front of it, and you can get a clear understanding of how this chart works and what flash power we're setting it at. Because if you don't have an idea, or if you don't grasp what power to put your flash on, when we do these next concepts, you'll be completely lost. And so that's why it's real important for us to stop right here and learn how to control our flash power.